This is Irontrader. This is the last call of the day. Take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first of all, we'll take a look here at NVDA and CAVA. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have NVIDIA. Now, yesterday they came out with their earnings, and realistically, they were just absolutely blown out numbers. I mean, yeah, they weren't what they were before, but they still had 94% year over year. I mean, that is just crazy. But going forward with this Blackwell chip, this is really going to be something. So again, I'm a long-term holder of this, but also I traded. Now, today was an absolutely fantastic trading day. NVIDIA, I popped it out. It got as high as 52.89. And I didn't get the 89, but I put a sell order there at 152, and I got that this morning, and then it came all the way down to 140.70. I didn't get the 140.70, but I'm in at 141, and I'm still long. Okay, so I'm up here almost 7 points again on this. This is just an absolutely great stock. Tesla used to be my favorite, but this looks like all the juice right now is going right into that NVIDIA. Okay, so let's just take a look at what we got here on the old chart ski, okay? So what do we have here? Now, this is going to be the very, very key, okay, is this 149.77. Okay, we have to close above. Now, you can see today we popped above. I don't know why I did that. Okay, it popped above it, but, we couldn't hold it here so far, okay? So we always want to watch this candle here to high to low. Okay, so you had 152.89 and 140.70 here on the spread. But you notice that it came right on down here. You hit that 140.70. So all you have to do is just look at the bottom of the chart here. What do you see? Okay, you go to this gap fill, and what do we have? Okay, 140.37. Okay, so that's the support. So you bring that right across. You can see where this one everything kind of lines right on up here. Right towards that. So always look to these gaps and fills. Even though this gap is filled, always look at there to support level here on the left of the chart, okay? So right now we're holding this very nicely. We're holding it here, holding it here, holding it here, and holding it here. That's always very good for a support level once we lost that 8-day and we lost that 21-day. Now, let's take a look at the downside here first. So what we want to do is we obviously want to watch this 8-day. This is going to be very, very critical on a closing basis. 145.54, very, very key. And then 140.280. That's going to be very, very crucial. Okay, then obviously we look to today's low. Okay, so that's a 140.70 level. And then again, if that's lost here, we can look here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 137.15, and then we have this 133.57 at 50-day, and then we have this price channel going back at 132.11. But right now, this here is just a beautiful trader. I can't express it that much, okay, as I like to. But here we go. Okay, you have a weekly chart here. You can see where we're holding this. See, we have a low, a higher low, higher low, higher low. Everything is very, very nicely. Now, last time they had earnings, it sold off pretty good. But, I don't know, going forward here, this is just really the stock that you really want to be in. So if you're a long-term holder or you're a trader like I am, or if you do both like I do, this is going to be a stock that you're going to want to be hanging around with, okay? So this 8-day is very, very key. So far, we're holding that. That's at 139.02. And then we rallied up here very nice to 155.89. You can see we had that breakout. But again, this level right here, this is going to be very, very critical. That's at 149.77. Now, again, you got to crack above that. Now, if you can crack above that, then we're going to look at that 152.89, okay? But if you can get through there, then you got that 155, 157, and then you can head to that 160 level pretty quick, okay? Now, I might not get right to 160 or go 159.98 or some nonsense, But again, that's where she's going to be headed if you can close above this key level here, this 149.77 here. So keep this one on your chart. This is very, very good. See how we have this formation, and then it comes down. Now, if you ever look at what this chart is here on the daily, see where it runs up, and then we have this sideways action, okay? Then it comes down, okay? Rallies up here again, and then we have this sideways action. Then it comes down, we have this sideways action. Then it comes down, and then we get sideways action. And so what we're looking for here, see, is how we have that series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, this is a beautiful bullish chart right here. Okay, it doesn't get any better than what this is. So maybe what we do is we can break that above that, then we can go up to the next level. Okay, so we look at the top of this candle is 140.42, and then we look at the top of there, you got 149. Okay, so you roughly got about 5 points. So if you break above this key level here, that 149, 155 is going to be your target. That we can break through that and go to that 155 level. Okay, weekly here, just watch that 8-day. Very, very key. You can see how nicely it's holding. Very, very bullish chart here. Now, RSI here, really sitting at 59, that plenty of room to run. And then we have your MACD. Your green, we're just basically going sideways because that's exactly what we're doing here on the old price. But I say, if you want a good trader, a good scalper, a good long-termer, this is it. Okay, let's take a look here now at CAVA. Okay, this is CAVA now. This is another very, very bullish chart. Now, what this is, it's like Chipotle, except this is like a Mediterranean diet, but it's all quality food. It's none of that fast food bullshit, all that processed crap. This is actually made of all really good quality food here that you're probably going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to get a lot more. Okay, this is the place like I would eat. Okay, I don't eat fast food. That's complete processed horseshit. Okay. Just stay away from it. All I got to do is read the ingredients on that stuff. It's not even food. It's just processed in a lab and all this kind of stuff. But this is a very, very good. Now, we don't have this around where I am yet, I should say, but it could probably be a matter of time. But this is a very, very good stock. And if you look at Chipotle, it just went absolutely crazy, went over $1,000 there. So let's just take a look at here. Now, this is where we had that earnings popped up very, very nicely. Okay, this is a really, really good trade. Then it came right on down here. You lost the 8 to 21 day, but you notice that it held that 50 day. This is why you trade the charts, okay? So it's level to level, and then we hold that 50 day. That's your next level. Held it very, very nicely. Now we're moving back up here again. So look at the downside here first, okay? So what you want to watch is you want to watch that 141.80. That's your 8-day. And then we want to watch right here, 139.26. Okay, that is your 21-day. And then what we'll do is we can come to the bottom of this candle here, 136.10. And then we're going to be looking at that 50-day at 133.20. And then we have your 129.51 retest here. That's if this sells off. Now, on the upside, what we have, we got to look at today's high, 145.20. Okay, then what we do is you can see if you look at the bottom of that candle, okay, 143.24. Okay, we went up above that at 145.20. So that's always a good sign. Then we're going to come up here to the top of this candle at 148.77, and then we'll always look here. That was the breakout, okay, at 151.56, and then obviously it just broke right up to 172.43. Now I think it's going to get back there, and if you break this, you're going to head to that 200 area very, very easily. Okay, so if you want a good trader here, and I think a really good stock and a good product. And CAVA is starting to make a real good dent here because people, I think, are stepping up. They want some quality food versus all that nonsense and then ended up in a hospital, okay? So quality, quality, quality is what we're looking for. Okay, 58 here. Okay, plenty of room here to run on the upside. MACD, your green is trying to curl up here. Let's just see if we can take it right on up. Now, if you look at the weekly here, you're holding this 8-day here very, very nicely here for the week. Look how nice that is, okay? So basically what you want to do here, the next big level on that is going to be that 147.61, and then we can go all the way here to that 172.43 level here very, very easily. Now, you got RSI here, you're sitting on top here on your 70 mark, but see, that's showing that how much relative strength that this stock has, okay? And you can see by the upswing, look at this. This is just awesome here. Now, I got in a little bit after when that IPO'd, and this is just a really good stock for a long-termer and also a good trader. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, speaking of good trades, crude oil has been really, really nice here, okay? So what do we have here? Okay, so we had this green engulfing candle. Basically, engulfing candles means is takes out the high and it goes down, takes out a low, and it gets everybody in there that we're going to go short, and then it just starts moving up and it engulfs the previous day. And that's exactly what it did. Now, we do have these topping tail situations like we had here, like we had here, and like we had here. So you got to be a little bit careful here. But what we are doing is putting in higher highs and higher lows, and that's always very good. And this 8-day is now starting to curl up. So let's take a look at the upside here first. Obviously, everything is just based right around this 50-day, okay? 70.63, it's just jonesing to get there. So that's what we got to see. Then what you want to do is you look at the top of this candle here, 70.56, okay? So that's going to bring in some resistance here, but that 50-day, that is going to be very, very key at that 70.63 level. Then again, obviously we can bust above that. Then you got your nice 71.45. Then your next resistance, 71.81, will come here. You got 72.25, and then that's what we're looking for. That's 72.88, which is basically the top of this candle here, okay? But again, you got to get and close above that 50, not just pop up here, okay, but close above that 50-day here. Now, on the downside, this 8-day is everything, and this 21-day is everything. So the first toy is going to be this 21-day. So you're looking at 69.61. It needs to hold that on a closing basis. That's key. If that's lost, then we're going to attack this 8-day at 68.64 level here, and then we can just venture right on down here. If that's lost, we'll come to the bottom here. You're looking at 67.92. We have 67.75. We'll come to the bottom of this candle, 67.28, and then we'll come here, looking at 66.94, and then we have 66.82, and then your retest down there at 66.53. You know, just to bring it into a little bit sinker, it doesn't mean it's always going to go right down to that 66.53 level. But right now, this is looking very, very good. We got some sideways action, and you got some good support with that 21-day and that 8 simple moving average, okay? Now, the key is going to be closing above that 50-day. You do that, and 72.88, there's your target, okay? Very, very nicely. So today, when the futures open there at 6 o'clock, you want to watch today's high, that's 70.38, and you want to watch today's low at 68.86. That's going to be very, very key, okay? Now, RSI, plenty of room to run. You're only at 50 here. Green just went over your red here. Very, very nicely. So this is actually looking at sharpening, being a very, very bullish chart. But a couple things that you want to watch is here we have a high, lower high, lower high. Now again, is it going to stop here, a lower high, and then come down again? You know, lower high, come on down again, high, come down again. So this is what we got to watch here, is that keys that 50-day. And now again, if you can get above this 72.88, well, you'd break that downtrend pattern, and then we come up to like your 100-day, and then we can rush maybe even up to that 76, 78 level, that 200 SMA. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily chart and your weekly chart here. Okay, so we got to put the weekly in phase, I should say, because now look what we got here. Okay, so what we had here today is we have this very bullish chart, like I've been pointing out here. Okay, so what it is, as long as that 8-day, that price is above the 8-day, is very, very good. Now, it looks like we have a little bit of a topping tail, but nothing really that major here right now, okay? So here's what we always want to watch here. So you want to obviously watch today's high, okay? That's going to be very, very key. That's that 3.45 level. So right now, natural gas real time is sitting at 3.34, okay? So right now, we really need to hold this 3.39 level, okay? So you popped up above that, but now we're closing here below it. So that's going to be very, very key going forward. Okay, so you're looking at that 3.39, and then we're looking at today's high, okay, that 3.545. That's going to be your next resistance level. And then we start coming all the way up here, okay? So then you got 3.52. Okay, we have 3.57, and then we can just come up there, 3.60. You got 3.63, and then there's a big retest up there at that 3.64 level. Okay, so that's basically what that is right here. Okay, 3.64, but this is the target. If it keeps right on running, is going to be this 3.85. That's that 200-day on your weekly chart. And that's very, very strong resistance. So if it gets there, we'd have to see what is the reaction. Is it going to blast through, or is it going to come through and then come all the way down and then try again? That's usually how that works. So you got to be very, very careful here with the 0200 SMA here if it keeps right on running. But right now, you rallied up here. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of put a topping tail in here. But what I don't like about it is now you're on the outside of them price channels. Okay, and you can only do that just so long before she wants to come right back in. Okay, another thing is too is if you always notice here on these charts, okay, so you see where the 8-day and your price is above it, but it always seems to want to come back to that 8-day. Even though it's down, it wants to come back, just like a magnet to a fridge wants to keep coming back to that 8-day. So now we're starting to get a little bit away from it. Okay, so you might have a little bit pull back down here too, but this right now looks a very, very bullish chart here. So if you look at right now the price, I say you look at 3.34 level here. So then you just follow the candles all the way on down here, okay? So you got that 3.18 level. we want to come over top of this candle at 3.15. Then we can just, follow it down all the way down here until we get down to that 8 simple moving average level. I got the wrong one there. Okay, so this basically is your 3.05 level. That's going to be very, very key. And then we can come down here where this 8 level is. So you're looking at roughly 3 flat. Now, we got to see here as that 8-day keeps crawling up here, that'll keep the price steady. But look, you were getting a little bit away from that 8 SMA here, so just be a little bit careful. Like for me, I'm just scalping this thing, and it's a really good scalper for the natural gas. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning to take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and the rig count will be out tomorrow at 1 p.m. All right, thanks for watching.